We owe people neutrality. If we can't be positive, kind, and loving, we owe it to people to be neutral. If you can't be neutral, do not be out here trying to talk to people or trying to interact with people, because no one wants to be around someone who's negative. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Phoenix Inn. Today we're going to be talking about 2 beliefs that are limiting you on your spiritual journey. Thank you for joining me. The first belief that I want to speak about is the belief that we owe people nothing and people owe us nothing. That is a very limiting belief, and it's something that I've done away with for a very long time now. And in the first place, it was something that I never totally vibrated with. It's something that I never believed in, because it just doesn't make sense to me. We owe people something. We owe it to people to continue to be loving, to be kind, to be gracious and compassionate. We owe it to ourselves to be those very things to ourselves, because until we are those things to ourselves, we can't put that out there into the world. So the thing with that belief is it's just so widespread, and you hear it so often, especially with people in the younger generations, my generation, and it's something that I don't want to hear, It's something that I don't believe in, and I find that when I did hear it very often, I started to believe it a tiny bit, and then I met people that were just so negative, or they didn't want to provide or think that they owed anyone any kind of kindness or neutrality. We owe people neutrality. If we can't be positive, kind, and loving, we owe it to people to be neutral. If you can't be neutral, do not be out here trying to talk to people or trying to interact with people, because no one wants to be around someone who's negative. Like, I don't want to be around someone who's negative. That's like, if you're negative like every once in a while, and it's just something like depression based, or you're having a bad day, that's fine. Have your bad day. But if it's something that's constant every single day, I don't want to be around you, and you shouldn't want to be around you either. You should want to fix that. If you're not fixing that negativity, then you got to do some inner work, some shadow work or something. So that's the first belief, and it's important to change it and shift it, because the more you start to surround yourself with people that are saying that, the more you'll find that you attract those types of people that feel they don't owe you, themselves, or the world anything, and then you'll just be stuck in a constant negative cycle. You don't want to be stuck in that. Once you shift that, you'll realize that you meet people that want to provide happiness, love, and joy for themselves and for you and for the world, and then you'll just constantly build on that. Avoid the negative at any cost. I don't care how much you've been told that people don't owe each other anything. I don't want to hear it. If you feel that, my answer to you is to go inward and do the inner work, because until you do the inner work, you can't understand what I'm saying. You're going to constantly be in that same mindset that we don't owe people anything. And then the worst part about that statement and that belief is that you will feel like you don't owe yourself anything. You don't owe it to yourself to be happy, to be loving, to be vibrating on love, to meet yourself with positivity. And then you'll just be depressed, because you feel like you don't owe it to yourself to just be happy, to be positive, to be loving. And then when you are depressed, you won't even give yourself that time or that space to heal. You'll just constantly be in that negative cycle. So that's why it's important to shift away from that negative belief and build positive beliefs. A positive belief that we can shift that into is that I owe it to myself to be kind, loving, positive, and joyful, and I owe it to the world to be those things as well. Because if I reflect that within me, the universe will reflect that back to me in the form of humanity, or whatever it may be. The second belief is that not everyone's gonna like you. And it kind of piggybacks off of what I just spoke about, the first belief, because if you believe that not everyone's gonna like you, you're gonna attract people that don't like you. And the people that don't like you have people that don't like them. It's just as simple as that. And you know, I planned on going a little bit in depth with this one, but it kind of piggybacks off the first one. Shift that into, I'm attracting people that like me, I like myself, and I'm attracting people that like me. Because if you love yourself, you're going to attract people that love you. And I mean genuinely loving yourself, not some kind of narcissistic love or self-obsession that's unhealthy. I mean genuine love where you're loving yourself and you're able to reflect that into the world, into your craft, into your work, whatever it may be. Shift those mindsets, and then remember, you want to always think that you are going to attract people that like you. So do away with that belief that not everyone's going to like you, because again, I also started to listen to that for a little bit, and then I was attracting people that were like wishy-washy, that didn't really seem to know what they wanted, or didn't even seem like they liked themselves. And then once I shifted back to myself, I was like, wait, I don't believe this. I've been around too much negative people. And I shifted that back. I started to attract people that actually love themselves, that look at that belief and that statement as, that's insane, that's crazy. Like, you are just out here disliking people for no reason, or if you're just disliking people for like one thing, that their favorite color or their favorite food, if you're disliking people for something they like that's not harming you or anyone, and it's just something that brings them joy, you need to go inside and look for what's causing that reaction, because you should not be disliking anyone. I don't care what anyone says, you should not be disliking anyone for any reason. And if you dislike someone for zero reason, it's because you dislike yourself. And I know that might trigger some people, and my answer is to go inward, do the shadow work, love yourself, and then when you get back out into the world, you're going to reflect all of those positive things that you need. You're going to attract all of those positive people and situations and circumstances. The overall idea that I want you guys to have is that we need to destroy limiting beliefs. Limiting the beliefs placed on us by our family, by society, and society placed those on our family as well. You know, shape them into positive beliefs. That's everything. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you found this video useful. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys, and have a great night.